today's Modern Warfare 2 video, I have an incredibly high gun streak gameplay along with 100+ kills MGB TAC nuke with the Taq-56. It's a banger setup. I know you guys are going to love. You enjoy the video. Make sure you give it a like, subscribe with notifications turned on. Of course, shout out to Noti Gang on screen. If you want to be featured in a future vid, make sure you guys comment Noti Gang down in the comment section below. That being said, let's get into this. All right, so hopping in this here, we're going to build the Taq-56 setup for you guys. We have the Taq-56, the PA-90 is our secondary, which we really don't use. The tactical as our sim shot, the lethal is our semtex, perk package, double time scavenger, fast hands, and quick fix. Pretty much my go-to perk package here when I'm trying to go for high kill gameplays, nukes, so on and so forth. And of course, I have the munitions box as my field upgrade. But now let's get into here to the Taq-56, and we're pretty much going to be building this here for a lot of mobility, which is what I'm really excited about. And also, we're going to make this thing very usable. So first thing, we're going to go to the barrel section. We're going to throw on the Tundra Pro barrel. This is going to give us that increase in damage range, hip fire accuracy, and of course bullet velocity. It's not really going to do much for your recoil control, but it's a great barrel to make this thing more effective at those medium to longerish ranges. Granted, we're not using it for super long range, but it's going to make you more effective, which is always a good thing for, you know, having an AR, having it be effective at those longer ranges. All right, now let's hop into the tuning here for this. So we're going to break this down. I'm going to tune this here with you guys to show you how I tune my guns and what's the most effective way to tune them. So of course, we have the Tundra Pro barrel here. We can see, you know, its pros and cons. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go for more aim walking speed and aim down sight speed. We're trying to get this thing a little bit more agile, considering it's already given us damage range and hip fire accuracy and bullet velocity. We need to get a little bit more, you know, out of this. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go actually slide this down here. And this is a great attachment, by the way, to show you guys why you should and should not max stuff out. So I'll actually slide this down here. You see there's a very sharp jump right there. So if I take it pretty much back to 0, more or less, you'll be able to actually see, but we have a super sharp jump there for that mobility. And look at that, like that's ridiculous. So at that point, right about here is the max you're gonna have to go to get a lot of mobility out of this, instead of, you know, going all the way down to the very end, because you're not doing much besides hurting the rest of this right here, which is not something we're trying to do. Now to move down to the aim down sight speed section here, and by the way, you can do this with your controller. It doesn't have to be like super down to the 0.001, but this is just kind of the most effective and easiest way for me to show you guys, so I use my mouse. But otherwise, I pretty much tune with my analog stick, but just for video purposes, I do this. Now for the ADS speed here, well, like move it down, and we can see that we pretty much, in terms of the handling, which is what we're kind of looking at, we reach our maximum gain for that very, very quickly. And the rest of this, it just starts negatively affecting the gun. So we'll go right here. You can see pretty much at that point, right around here, at negative 0.14, we get the maximum benefit for the handling, and we still keep our damage, our range, etc., etc. But if we start moving it farther, we start losing that, which is not a good thing at all. Now in the underbarrel section, we're going to go throw on a underbarrel. In the underbarrel section, what we're going to do is we're going to go throw on a grip, and that's going to be the F-Tac Ripper 56. That's going to be huge for recoil stabilization, hip fire accuracy, and aiming idle stability. Because the barrels, normally speaking, if you run like an M4, would help you with a little bit of that recoil control if you ran like the high tower. This actually doesn't, even though it has the largest barrel on it. So we're gonna have to go kind of correct that out here quite a bit, and that's gonna be the F-Tac Ripper 56. All right, now I'm gonna hop into the tuning here for the underbarrel section. We're just gonna kind of tune this thing out here to give us a tad bit more mobility, since this is already stabilizing out our recoil, which is pretty much what we're going for. So we're gonna go a little bit more in the ADS section here. So I'll just kind of slide this up and down to show you guys what's going on. So pretty much we get a large majority of our handling capabilities right about here, and then after that, you just like, it's like space that doesn't need to be like have that slider all the way slid down. So at a negative 0.31, you can go like 32, 33, somewhere in the general range is going to be good, as long as you're not going all the way down to the very end. That's when you're going to start getting those detrimental effects. Now let's go down here to the aim walking speed, aiming idle stability. We're just going to move this slider here ever so slightly, because it's another one of those attachments that reaches its max very quickly in terms of like how much you're going to get out of it versus then how much are you going to start negatively affecting the rest of the attachment. So I'll move this a little over here, but you can pretty much see if we go back to 0, move this, you have a large jump right there, and that's kind of more or less where it about peaks out for your mobility. And so we don't need to go all the way over there and mess up the entire rest of this attachment. Of course, down in the magazine section, we're going to give ourselves a little bit more ammo. We're going to throw on the 40 round mag. I am a 60 round mag kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? Like I normally love to go for that 60, but pretty much between, you know, the 60 and the 40, I'd choose the 40 just because the 60 slows you down so much in this game. It's a little bit ridiculous. They slow down, you know, pretty much everything in Modern Warfare 2. So 60 kind of gets taken out of the equation more often than not, unless you're playing something like Warzone, which is, I mean, obviously we're not right now. We're going for multiplayer. So 40 round mag works out great. And of course, there's no tuning for this. Now in the rear grip section, we're going to go add on something that's going to help us a little bit more mobility. And that is going to be the demo clean shot grip. Help us out with that sprint to fire and aim down sight speed. We absolutely love that for this gun. This makes this thing a little bit more agile, a little bit more mobile, as of course, I like to be super aggressive with my guns. I don't like sitting around. I don't like being slow. So this is really going to be awesome for those guys out there that want to be able to run around and be effective with an AR at like pretty much all ranges. Okay, so now for the tuning on the rear grip is we're gonna go for a little bit more ADS speed on this thing. We're not as worried about the sprint to fire since we're gonna be getting that sprint to fire already. We want to have a little bit more aiming idle stability, kind of like tune it out a little bit more for that. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. So the recoil settings, we don't care as much about that just because, I mean, this gun's already very stable as is, with especially with that, you know, underbarrel on it. So we're gonna go a little bit here for the ADS speed. And you can see that if I scroll all the way down, I mean, look at that. I mean, the handling section is not moving hardly at all. Minus till you get right about here, that's where it peaks out at a negative 0.28. So like I said, for everything else, you don't need to tune it out to max. Pretty much, I don't think I've almost maxed out anything on this gun so far. But now let's go take a look at the bottom slider here. And so you can see, we'll move this over and we can see that this actually can more or less be close to maxed out, but you really don't have to. So we can get to about here at a plus 0.34. And so we still got some benefits for, you know, our sprint, our ADS speed, but we also still got some down here for helping out stabilize the gun, which is definitely very beneficial. And lastly, we're gonna go into the stock section since we're not running like a like pretty much like a muzzle or anything. We're gonna go through on the TV Cardinal stock for aim walking speed and sprint speed. This just helps you, you know, kind of move around the map a little bit better. Of course, aim walking speed is hugely beneficial since you are aimed on sight like 90+% of the time with an AR. I mean, you're not going to be having like a lot of hip fire engagements, so ADS, you know, aim walking speed is really, really good. All right, and now for the tuning on the stock here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for a little bit more on the ADS side and a little bit more on the aim walking speed side. I do believe we'll kind of test out here to be able to see what works actually best for us. But as far as this, we're gonna kind of go all the way down here, and we can see more or less like the same for every other attachment, that this maxes out in terms of your handling capabilities here pretty early on. So this seems to be the sweet spot here, a negative 1.85. In terms of going down here, if you want to go for aim walking speed, I mean, this is gonna like max out here pretty early on as well. And we can do this pretty much at a negative 1.15 and pretty much like call it a day here on the Cardinal stock. This is my full build here for the Taq-56. Now let's actually hop into the firing range and show you guys how good this thing actually is. So you guys can be able to see straight back and forth pretty good. You're gonna have a little bit of aiming idle sway, but you're gonna be able to see the recoil, super minimal, easy, very, very minimal. Pretty much a laser aim at all ranges, and your ADS is pretty good even with having a 40 round mag on. So this is overall a really banger setup you guys can use. But I got 100+ kill gameplay here on shipment with almost my highest gun streak ever, so definitely check that out and hope you enjoy it. Oh, this is my first game of Christmas shipment here. I'm excited for this one. Oh man, we definitely gotta get something going in this room. Saw that guy down mid, but back up, gotta play a little safe. This is such a hard-hitting gun right here. With an AR, you can't exactly push as much. I'm trying to play a tad bit more aggressive though, but still a little more difficult. Nope, not for you, bud. Hey, this thing just mows through people though. I love it. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Just taking people out. I do think I just got every single kill right there stolen from me. Yeah, no BS. I for real did. All right, let's get this going. Normally speaking, I'll wait like a little bit before I call in one of these. Holy. I actually got a little bit lucky the way that played out. No, what? Dude, I don't know what I just got hit by. And how fast I just died was ridiculous. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I was on a crazy streak. All right, gonna call that in. Oh my. I should not have got that. Man's just probably just missing shots. Definitely my fault on that one there. Definitely my fault on that one. There we go. So I say that's an enemy of mine. Oh, that's a spawn point right there, for sure. And we're gonna have so many choppers here by the end of this game. Oh, hold on, they're spawning like behind me. This gives me like almost, I want to say MW3 vibes of like how dominant this thing is. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. We're gonna sauce that up. I need to throw this down. I need to get some serious ammo. All right, let's get that up. Wow. We definitely push a little bit. There we go. Oh, teammates laying prone over here. It's kind of helping anchor spawns almost. Okay, they're flipping. They're flipping. We're on a brutal right now. There, oh, there's the MGB. Oh my god, hey, that was fast. That was a good one. Holy crap, dude, this thing is just frying. This ain't even funny. I don't know what type of streak I can go on here, but I'm just gonna continue to go. See if I can beat my highest gun streak. My highest right now for context is, I believe, a 46. So we'll see if we can get that. But I say I saw the red dots kind of behind me there a little bit. Oh my. We do not need a triple cap this much though. Wait, that was... Wait. Who are they? Wait, what's going on here, fellas? What's going on? We don't need to do this. There's spawn people like literally inside me. Damn, dude. I have no idea what streak that was, but hey, those fire rounds end up being the death me. That was a ridiculous streak. I wonder if I beat my highest. I literally just saw something move and I just fired. We do not need to spawn people like literally on that flag there. I'm friendly. I am friendly. I'm on your team. All right, make sure we call that in. At 174, we've been triple capping damn near this whole game. Wonder if this blue camo will give me a little bit of luck. Call that in. 189. I'll be able to get in a quick little advance. 195. All right. Oh, what was I say? I need to call this in. There we go. Holy crap. There we go, fellas. That was ridiculous. Oh my god, there's still a spawner right there too. Holy dude, what was my streak? How many? 132 kills. There's no way I didn't beat my highest streak with that. No way. All right, looks like I did not beat my highest streak of 46 because it's still there. It's either that or I tied it. You can't see it with the after action report, but that's that. Damn, man, I was close. I had to have been close.